Hey, what's up everybody? It's Justin Fox at Mojotone, and today I'm sitting here with David Shepard. David is the head of pickups here at Mojo, and we'd like to introduce an exciting new product today, the Mojotone Quiet Coil NC-1Acoustic Soundhole pickup. David, thanks for sitting with me for a little bit today.
Yeah, thank you.
Tell me why you chose to design an acoustic soundhole pickup.
Soundhole pickups are the most popular type of acoustic pickup out there. They're convenient, they're easy to install, but there was a need in the market for one that sounded natural, balanced, all of those things. And so that's why.
You went into quite a bit of time developing this pickup, 3 or more years working on this.
Absolutely.
Yep. And I think you've come up with a beautifully voiced pickup. It's very natural and full. Tell me a little bit about how you went in achieving the sound of the pickup. By doing that, what made it different from the current set of soundhole pickups?
Sure. So typical magnetic soundhole pickups sound very unnatural. They sound like magnetic pickups, like an electric guitar sometimes. Yeah. They're usually uninspiring. They tend to have a lot of imbalance between the strings, all kinds of issues like that. And so rather than focus on what others were doing, I looked at just the simple microphone itself, the most natural, best representation.
The gold standard.
Yeah, so I looked at a microphone, you know, the EQ and all of that with a microphone and tried to incorporate it into a soundhole pickup format.
Yeah, and you know, when I first heard it, I was impressed with the sound, and then when we went into Red Room Recording Studio in Leland, North Carolina, to do these demos, I was very pleased and surprised how close in frequency and response range it was to the condenser mic that we were using. Mm-hmm. And you know, the difference between that and say a piezo would be that, you know, this pickup is representing what's being put into it from the strings.
Right.
And there's not a lot of flavor in that preamp.
Right.
And so I think the full-bodied sound, and it worked great in tandem with the microphone as well. Mm-hmm. So there's a lot of applications there. Let's talk a little bit about the features of the pickup. Can you show me a little bit about the installation process?
Sure. It's designed to fit most standard size soundhole, you know, anything down to like 3.3 inches, which is
I'm seeing here
the smallest out there in the market, but it can all go up to a jumbo size. So basically anything from parlor size to jumbo size acoustics with sound holes.
Yeah.
It's very simple to install. You don't have to loosen the strings like you do on so many of the others. It's super lightweight, so you don't even know you have it in the guitar.
It's very non-intrusive.
Yeah, it doesn't even affect the natural acoustic sound of the guitar either. So yeah, you just slide it in through the treble side, grab hold of it, make sure these are loose, and then shove it all the way forward against the sound hole. Make sure it's centered up under the strings, and then tighten these screws down until it clamps down against the sound hole.
Yeah, and I noticed, you know, when we were doing the demos, when I put it in my Martin, it was maybe 3 or 4 turns to get that cork to bite, and then once the cork bites down, it's very secure, and I know that it's nitro cellulose safe.
Right.
It's poly safe. It's safe on all finishes.
Right.
And having that knowledge that it's not going to damage your guitar or leave any marks, it brings a little bit more confidence in your playing.
Right.
Because you're sounding how you want to sound, and you're able to play without worrying about something happening to some of your more valuable guitars.
Yeah, and that was the other reason of going lightweight too, was because some of the heavier designs out there, you really have to tighten these down to get it to hold because there's so much weight, you know. And this is just feather light, super easy to install. So, and the cork pads, like you said, are natural cork. So they don't damage any of the finishes. You can permanently install it. It does have the Switchcraft brand in-pin jack that goes through the tail block if you want to do a permanent install. Or we do include this clip that goes around it if you want to do just a temporary install. So if you want to clip it to your belt, your strap, your pocket, anything like that, and you don't want to drill a hole in your super nice vintage guitar, then that's a perfect option for you.
So let's talk a little bit about the features here. I see that it's a single coil pickup with an active preamp that is noise canceling.
Correct.
Tell me a little bit about the battery setup here.
So it uses 2 3-volt coin cell batteries.
Yeah.
And we went with the most common ones out there, the CR2032s, which you find at a grocery store.
Is that like your clip-on tuner battery?
Yeah, it's just the most common. And it's the easiest battery to change. I mean, we made it so it's a drawer. It just pops out. You stack the batteries inside of that and then just pop it back in and you're good to go. It does have a battery test button on the side. You can periodically check, and there's a green light that indicates the batteries are good. Mm-hmm. And then there's a red light that comes on when you push the button and the batteries need to be replaced, which you do have plenty of time to replace it. You can get through several gigs with the red light and be just fine.
And it's great that we're able to put something like that out and still make something that's, almost at that artisan level.
Yeah.
Compared to where, a lot of the other products are, big box companies. So this is it's got a little bit of that grassroots aura to it, and I like that.
Yeah, a little boutique flavor to it.
Yeah, get your boutique Soundhole.
Yeah, but not for a boutique price, which is...
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's the other thing, so many of these you get the pickup, and then when you play, you have to do all kinds of things to make them sound good.
You have to get your $400 preamp.
Yeah, you get this parametric EQ and all this other stuff to try to make it sound good, and this is designed plug in and go and sound good no matter what. I mean, you could have the worst sound guy on the planet and still sound really, really good.
Well, I heard a nice quote yesterday with one of our guests that were here trying it out, and he said that he really enjoyed the sound and that it sounded like when he sits at home and plays and he can hear the Soundhole projecting the sound, he says, it sounds like my guitar when I'm playing it at home. And that creates a level of comfort that, a lot of times in performance, confidence and comfort is what's going to bring out the best performance in your playing.
Yes.
And speaking of that, applications for this are pretty much as broad as what you would use any other pickup for the acoustic guitar, but it performs great with powered speakers, regular powered PA, and we took it in the studio, and it was surprisingly well matched with the microphone. So tell me a little bit about some other applications that you might like to see people use this for.
Well, you mentioned the studio, and that was a big one. It's super quiet. It's a single coil design, but the preamp cancels the noise.
Yeah.
So when you're going direct or whatever, you don't get any of that noise, and it blends perfect with a microphone. So if you want to add that ambience or frequency.
You could blend the tracks.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want to do, and you don't, you won't get that outside noise that you get with a microphone. So it's very useful in the studio application. And then live, of course, super low feedback. It's noiseless and sounds very natural. So you could run it direct into a board. You don't even need to run it into a special acoustic guitar amp to sound right.
Yeah, I mean, when I play live, I rarely use, sometimes I don't even use a DI. So most of the time I'm just going straight into the system and we just EQ it through the system.
Right.
And I've been very happy with the results so far. David, thanks for sitting and talking about this pickup with me today. I'm very excited about it.
Me too, thank you.
Stick around for some sound clips that we did at Red Room Recording in Leland, North Carolina. We did a microphone and piezo comparison, and there's a couple live performance clips as well.
got a lot to say. Listen to me play. Every word I say is true, never lie to you. If you ask me who I'm singing to, and I say it's you, it's only you. I never lie to you. In every little thing I do, find it hard to think of anything but you. This song is just for you. Throw it away if you want to. Whatever you choose to do, it's still for you. Listen close, cause this is how I give the most. Soft and unprotected, give it to your ears. Redirect it to your heart. And every little thing I do, find it hard to think of anything but you. Not much else that is. Long as you know before I'm through, whatever you choose to do, it's still for you. In every little thing I do, find it hard to think of anything but you.